Hi everyone, welcome to another Monday make. Now this is, if you're only just joining us, this is actually make number 3 for today. So we've been making pumpkins twice already this morning and I've got one more for you. Although actually I might do an extra bonus one later tonight. So if anybody sort of missed it, hasn't in a different country and haven't really managed to join us live yet, I'm going to do another one at 9 o'clock tonight, so 9 o'clock UK BST time, and see if anybody would like to join us then. So quick recap. So first, this morning we made a sort of easy sew pumpkins. We were starting off with a circle bit of fabric and we sewed running stitch all around the edge and made a quick sewing one, which was like this one here. Then I did a no sew one, which was using a glue gun and kind of tying embroidery thread around the edges, which was this one, cute little one I made here. Now in this session, I'm going to be making, it's kind of an upcycled type of theme. So I did a quick one to show you. It's going to look kind of like this. So this, my daughter will love this one because it was made out of her old pyjamas, which she's grown out of, and she happily gave it to me to say, yes, Mummy, you can make a pumpkin out of this. So I'm sure she'll be wanting that one for her bedroom. So it's going to be upcycled. So we're using old sort of clothes that you can find, and I've got some kind of garden string, and we're going to use bubble wrap to go on the inside. So if you haven't got any toy stuffing or wool to put on the inside, you can use bubble wrap, or you can even use plastic bags as well. And that's it, and the glue gun basically. So no sewing, you don't need to get a needle out, just your glue gun. And if you haven't heard already, I'm turning this one into a competition. So by the end of the week, you've got all of this week to make a pumpkin and then share it into my Facebook group, and you get a chance to win either a free month to membership, Craft Your Creativity, which is actually open today. As of now, the doors are open, and I'll put a little link up. So the link here this is where you need to go to join my membership. So go and have a look and see what that is all about. But yeah, so the winner gets a free month to the membership. And also, I'm making a little mini course for all these pumpkins. So you get in-depth videos on how to make all of these, plus lots of little extras, because there's so many different ways you can make them and extra bits we can add. So you get all of that included in the workshop, in the little course. So the winner will get that free lifetime access to that as well. Right, so let's get started on today's make. So I'm going to make that so you can see what I'm doing. Take that link off for now. Right, I'll move these pumpkins out the way. Oh, it's actually going to show you what I'm going to use. Now back. This shirt is what I'm going to use today. I love the colours of this. That's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm actually going to be cutting this up. We're going to be using the sleeve of this shirt. So yeah, if you find any kind of old clothes, it could be jumpers as well, jumpers, cardigans, anything you've got can be brilliant for making a pumpkin. So I lost my mouse. Right. So if you saw the previous video, we actually cut a rectangle and we made the pumpkin from a tube. We kind of made it into a tube of fabric to make the pumpkin. So I thought if you use the sleeve or the kind of legs of trousers or pajama bottoms like this pumpkin was made from, you can actually, if we just cut this sleeve off, we've got a ready-made tube of fabric, which is going to be ideal for our pumpkin. So that is what I'm going to do on here. So I'm going to cut it kind of as close to the kind of pre-made sewn cuff bit on here. I'm going to cut my way along here, chopping that bit off. And then I'm going to go kind of as high up as I can, up into the underarm bit. So we can get as much fabric out of it as we can. There we go. So now I've got a nice tube for our pumpkin. Now you notice you've got a thicker, obviously, end and a thinner end. So I'm going to make this my bottom bit, and then the thinner kind of the top, so it goes up a little bit at the top. So next I'm going to use some jute kind of string, and we can use anything. Either this does, because I'm doing the theme of upcycling, I'm going to use kind of what you could find around the house. But on previous videos, I have been using kind of embroidery thread, like this. So any kind of thread, sewing thread, or string, or even wool, whatever you can find, you can use to do this technique. So you need a strip, probably just kind of longer than the length of fabric that you've cut. So again, I haven't measured this. It is literally kind of the most kind of amount of fabric I can get out of the sleeve, but it's probably about kind of 25 centimeters long. And then my string, again, I'm just kind of guessing really, but I'm just going to go just slightly wider, like a hand width longer than the amount of fabric that I have. And you're going to need 6 of these, because I'm going to create about 6 segments. Now, if you've seen the earlier video, part 2, you may be thinking, oh, this is the same kind of technique as we did earlier, which it kind of is, but it is going to be slightly different. So wait and see. So that's 3. 4. So I'm using the previous bits to get them all the same length. Pumpkin's upside down. Yeah. So is that's 5. Right. Who have we got watching today? Say hello in the comments if you are watching, or if you're watching the replay, then also feel free to say, yep, I'm watching the replay, hello, because it's always great to see who's actually watching. Right, so there's your 6 strips. Right, now I'm going to tie a knot in the end of these to tie them all together. Like that. Then we're going to, right, first you need to make sure your tube of fabric is inside out. So I'm going to turn this inside out. Then I'm going to post this bundle of string through the middle. Just to the knot is just sticking out the end. There we go. And now we're going to, I need another length of string. And we're going to scrunch up this end around our bit of string. So try and kind of scrunch it up so it is, so the string, it doesn't end up in the middle and it's kind of a neat scrunch. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but it does kind of change how it looks at the bottom as to how you kind of scrunch it up. But the most important bit is just making sure all your ends get kind of gathered into the scrunch and you don't end up missing a bit which escapes underneath. So I think that's looking all right. Right, then I'm going to tie this string in a knot somebody said hi. They said, hi, I'm watching, excited to make some of these. Hello, unfortunately, it's just come up with Facebook user, so I don't know your name, I'm sorry. I might be able to see it on my phone if I had that. But glad to see you're excited. They are brilliant. I love making these. It's like the best time of year when you get to make more pumpkins. It's brilliant. Right, so now wrapping around this end. And you don't have to, but I'm going to use the glue gun just to fix those ends down. If it's working, I don't think it's heated up enough yet. There we go, we've got a bit coming out. You don't need to do this, it's just to tidy it up really, make it a bit easier so I don't have kind of ends flying around. There we go, that's enough. Right, now we're going to turn this the right way around. Gemma, hello Gemma, thank you for watching. I look forward to you having a go as well and seeing what you can come up with. Right, so there we go. So it's starting to see the shape. So now we're going to fill it. Now, on previous videos, I have been filling it with sort of toy stuffing. So this kind of white, kind of fluffy stuffing. But because we're doing upcycled theme on this one, we're going to use bubble wrap. So I've got a load of bubble wrap, and I've already kind of ripped it into kind of smaller bits. And I'm literally going to stuff these into my pumpkin. There's a whole load of different things that you could use if you don't have the kind of stuffing. So bubble wrap, you could use plastic bags. So I'm going to make a bundle of plastic bags and tie them in a knot. You can also use like kitchen roll or toilet paper even, kind of, you know, or tissue paper, anything kind of squishy that you can fold up is ideal. Grab a couple more bits. So push it right down into the bottom because it actually squishes up quite tightly. It's quite amazing. It actually makes a really nice shape. And then scrunch the top so you can see kind of how it's looking. I think I'll just put this one more bit into it. There we go. Right. All right, so next step is this one. We're literally going to gather the top literally like this. Now, I did say earlier that you may need some elastic bands or even hair bands. I had a rummage through my daughter's jewellery box earlier and I found these tiny kind of little hair bands, which I thought they're perfect for what we need. So, I'm literally going to put my elastic band or hair band around the top. I'm going to tie it around twice. And then we have the top. So you can squish it and squidge it kind of as you go. And don't worry about how long your top is at the moment because you can always trim it afterwards, but we're going to be doing something really clever with the top in a minute. All right, so now we're going to use these bottom bits to make the segments of our pumpkin. So I'm going to pull one up at a time. You can see that. And then I'm going to wrap it kind of around the top, kind of pulling it quite tight. And then just wrap it around the bottom of your hairband so it's tight. And then it holds it. And then I'm going to do another one. So hopefully you can see this all right. So I'm pulling it up quite tight so it squishes it into the shape that you want. And then just wrap it round the middle of it. And then I'm going to tie these two bits together at the top to kind of secure them. Do a double knot. And then I'm going to trim those ends off. And then we have the first segment. And I'm basically going to go around doing the same with each one. So try and pull it kind of as tight as you want it. And then try and wrap it around the middle. There we go, and then we can tie those two that you've put up together just to hold it in place, really. And these are all going to get hidden in a minute when we do the stem. There we go, and then trim those ends off, otherwise you get ends everywhere and we won't know what we're doing. I've got two left. So I tend to pull them quite tightly to get that shape. And last one, where am I going to put that on? It doesn't matter if your segments end up kind of different shapes, different sizes, because that's what makes them look more organic and natural looking, which gives them that charm. Or even if you kind of stalk, the scrunch bit in the middle is wonky, that again really doesn't matter. So if you haven't guessed already, this bit in the middle sticking up is going to end up being your stalk. Mine's quite lopsided, but actually that could be really good. Right, so actually these last two bits I'm going to leave as they are. I'm not going to trim them off. So to create this stem, we're basically going to wrap it round and round the top. So I'll show you an example. Like this is the one that I did earlier. And see this top, I've kind of wrapped the string all the way up the top to create a little stem. And I've left the kind of edges all fluffy at the top. And I've got another one, this one here, the same. And this one I've chopped it up a lot cleaner on the top. So, you know, it depends on what style you like as to how you want to finish it off. So I'm also going to just glue gun that edge to keep it, to attach it and make sure it doesn't escape. Just watch your fingers when you're pushing down onto a blob of glue, because it obviously is very hot. I'm going to do the same with this edge as well. And then I'm going to get a new bit and finish off the rest of it. So if you've been enjoying all my tutorials that I've done so far, if you haven't heard, I do have an actual membership, which is fairly new, but I've literally you get loads and loads of tutorials in it. So it's a monthly kind of payment plan, but I put, you know, loads and loads of tutorials, really in depth. Every week you get something new, and I do kind of business, little tips and tricks as well, and styling, how to find your unique style, and loads of things. And the people I've got in there at the moment are really loving it. And the doors have actually just opened again. I'm just going to put up that link to it. So if anybody's interested, they can go and have a look. So that is the link below that you see on the screen, that you can go and have a look at it. And then if you make a pumpkin this week and post it in my group, you actually get to win a 3-month into my membership. So I'm going to cut another length of this string just to finish this stem off. So I'm going to glue it down just to start it going. So if I tied it in a knot round, I'd end up with kind of too many loose ends, and I want it to be really smooth, kind of twisted all the way up without any kind of extra bits, although it would be, the more lumps and bumps makes it more natural looking, doesn't it? I'm just going to glue that in there, and then we're going to wind it round even more. So then I'm going to continue, actually I'm going to twist round and round and round. And then, because I've got so much kind of fabric sticking up, you can literally go make it as long as you want. So I'm going to go quite high, I think. See what it looks like. I'm going to use up all the string that I cut. You could try and sort of shape it as you go as well, and it might end up kind of slightly curved, which would be really good. Here we go. And I'm going to finish it off, glue it down again. You don't want to put your fingers into the hot glue. Just use the end of your glue gun just to push it down to start off with. And then you can use your fingers to smooth it down. Okay, so looking quite cool. So I don't want quite all of this end on the top, so I'm going to trim that a little bit. You could either leave it like that with a kind of little tuft on the top, or I might actually trim it even tighter on this one. So it's a bit more neat and tidy. I think I quite like that effect on this one. There we go, looking good. So I really I love this t-shirt fabric. It's really nice. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what sort of fabrics have you found already? Do you know what style you're going to be doing your pumpkin in? And what technique you might want to use, and yeah, what fabrics you found. I think you really need to think kind of what you're going to use your pumpkins for. You can either use them to decorate your home, have fun making them with your kids, or obviously if you're going to use them for a photo shoot, really think about what fabric you're gonna, what style you're gonna go for. Whether you're gonna go for kind of like floral, so I've got kind of nice flowery ones, which is a nice kind of shabby chic look, or these are more kind of vintagey, or even I would just go for traditional orange. I found this gorgeous velvet which is nice. Yeah, just a traditional orange colour. I'm assuming that's you, Gemma. I've got Harry Potter and Paddington Bear fabric. Oh, marvellous. Oh, yeah, your kids will love those. And some old T-shirts, yeah, like I've just done. So, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, can't wait for those. Yeah, I think kids, I'm not sure how much we're going to get Halloween this year for the kids. But, yeah, have fun making those for your kids. That'd be brilliant. I look forward to those. So, yeah, so that is the make for this session. As I say, I'm going to do a bonus session later on tonight, which I thought I might repeat the kind of sewing technique one later on. Yeah, so yeah, I can't wait to see you posting into the group, and can't wait to see what you make. And I'll speak to you later. Bye.